Shop Fere Bafetu, we're back once again to the most popping podcast. Listen, I'm like, stammer that shit. Like, the most popping podcast. It's the Culture Decoded podcast. I go by the name of Prince, Brint to the Z, and to the left, Timpetim Pijamu Fish. What's up? So yeah, we're back once again, and actually we just hit 50 subscribers. You know, it's a milestone that we have to celebrate, and thanks to you guys. And we've been seeing some of the comments that you've been giving us on some of the topics. You know, so we decided, like we were saying the last time, we would see on the third episode. Is it the 8th episode, isn't it?
That one, there's comedy music one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We were talking about the Bulawayo arts industry. We're like, okay, let's read some of the comments and actually do a part 2-ish, but whereby we'll be talking about reacting and engaging with some of the comments that you guys left, you know. And shout out, thanks to you guys for the comments that you left. First comment that I'm seeing here comes from Chiwoniso Tsikisai. Shout out, thanks to you. She says essential conversations. And yeah, like we said, we just the purpose of the podcast is for us to make sure that we talk about the things that matter, you know, when it comes to using those culture and arts and whatever, in-depth, just to have in-depth conversations and insights, you know. And then the second comment, it comes from Shava Warona. Thanks to you. He's saying this should be a convo for Zoom. It needs a Q&A session, or rather a conversation whereby people engage with you guys. Food for thought. So, Jay, what do you think? Maybe we should do a Q&A.
Yeah, Q&A is singayenza, but when at this point,
yeah,
since I could mention Zoom.
Yeah.
So Zoom gabe kwintela nokuthi mele interview abantu online.
Yeah.
But we can have a question and answer lapa on YouTube. Is it possible?
I know.
Angwazi.
Which means you never sit in maybe.
Angwazi.
No, lapa no. Maybe like what we do it on Zoom and then just export it to YouTube. But ama logistics are corner for now. But shout out to the suggestion.
But food for thought.
Thanks.
As you said, siyabonga pura.
Exactly.
Siyabonga puras.
Let's see the other comments. Then Usipa Tandega Moyo says Bulawayo doesn't have a functional music industry, period. Hey, there's an emphasis on the period. The ecosystem doesn't give our artists opportunities. We need to do better, which is true. Even Aboma Chaivana, the legends, complained about not receiving support. Kelvin made a song that maybe if I was a Shona, in quotes, because he wasn't getting any support from his hometown. So yeah, thanks for that comment. I think it really speaks to the thing you would say, that issue we're talking about. Maybe it's about time that we as a city, we as a people from Bulawayo start to have an ecosystem around the arts yet, you know.
But
yeah,
if nga kuthiwa sorry the last part.
Okay. The last sentence. Uti Kelvin made that in quotes, maybe if I was a Shona song, because he wasn't getting any support from his hometown.
Right.
Yeah.
Into lesikhulume ngayo previous episode.
Yeah.
Yokuthi asisupportani as abantu.
Right.
And then so inzacela ukuyeqani siye kwenye comment.
Yeah.
Nje kulenye comment futhi esegcineni ehambelana la yona le esikhuluma ngayo. Umjida lo uthe abantu bakobulawayo ama artists they should stop crying.
All right, it's from Tam Dube. Yeah.
Nance.
So okay, this one is coming from Tam Dube. Bulawayo artists should make quality content. Art. Fuck. Why am I saying coma? Okay, Bulawayo artists should make quality content, art for their target audience, and stop being crybabies. Consumers don't owe them anything! Exclamation marks. it's the duty of the artist to make their craft appealing to the audience.
Right.
That's coming from Utam Dube.
Siyabonga Tham.
Yeah.
Right. So ngicabona into ekhunywa nguTham,
Yeah.
lento ekhunywa ngusisi wethu lapha.
Mm-hmm.
Ukuthi we can't support music engekho mnandi.
Yeah.
And angeke sithi siyakusupporta and your music is not what we are pleased with.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm.
So when as an artist mele ufake music abantu abazayilalela, like
Yeah.
music art,
Yeah.
and the art comes from within. The art is a form of communicating.
Exactly. Facts.
So wena ungaphomba ukufaka ingoma ukuthi uphonga ukuthi ngikhiphile, then uzathi abantu bakuzonda or abantu abakusupport because music oyikhiphayo is not good.
It's not that good. Yeah.
Yabona. So i-content lina okumele lifake as ama-artist into mele ikhulume labantu.
Facts.
Kulomjita lo odobayo, I forgot his name, okubulawa, but I think he's based in SA now. Uhambe doba imduliso ngathi into zama robot.
Alright, graffiti and them.
Odobe makhukho, odobe North End, odobe town, odoba ngaphi.
Yeah.
Umjita lwana yena mayifaka i-art yakhe emdulwini, uthi I'm communicating. And ngenxa e-communicator mina i-message enzayithola maybe is different kule message ina I portray.
Okay, yeah.
Because we yathi asifundi ngendlela efanayo. Asi understand ngendlela efanayo.
Yeah.
But the point is music, communication. Balinga communicate lathi.
Yeah.
Yena ngeke sikwanisa ukulalela.
Yeah, that's true. But I have a question though. Like who determines quality? That's number one. Well, we can say the audience determines quality, right? But we have seen some music from other parts. I don't want to be controversial, but it's the truth. We have to speak about these things. We have seen some music, some artistic works from other parts of this country that if we are to use the highest standards of equality that we can sort of like respect as a people, they don't really match up. But then they still get the love and the support and the, you know, those type of things. So my question is, who or what determines equality though?
Right. Into ngikhuluma ngayo yona le. Ukuthi umjita uThaman, sorry Jemampa Masibiz, but uthi yena yenzani i-content for abantu benu basically. And so i-content for umuntu wakho, know your target audience.
Yeah, that's a very good point that you said.
Yabona. Je Bobby Schmidt ngithiwa Bobby Schmidt ngithomba. Akula nto ayihlavela engomeni la.
What?
Yena lani
what in.
But we understand i-target audience. Ingoma yabayihit.
Yeah, that's true.
Baningi abantu abayenzela abantu izinto and then they grow. And then kulabantu abayenzela bona and then people love it.
Yeah, that's true. So when I was not answering my question. No, it's like what you're saying, I understand. It's like you are talking about season to that too. You are further emphasizing point that time, which is crucial, which is a great point. But I'm like, who determines the quality? Is it the audience? Is it the gatekeepers? Is it the industry? What do we say if someone puts out a video or a song? How do we say this is good quality? Do we compare it with other standards? Maybe we compare it with the South African type in American, because to our people that seems to be like the standard. The closer you are to your song being mastered or sounding, or your video looking like an American or a South African or a Nigerian one, they believe to be quality, you know.
Yes.
But equality also is qualitative. It depends it depends on who is consuming the thing. What might be quality for me might not be quality for you. So I think it's a thing you would see. Maybe from this point we can just get the one issue would see, at least know your target audience. Then was what is quality or whatever. But like at a point quality, or who determines quality though? I think that question people have to help us answer, you know. Who or what determines quality?
Mina angeke ngutshela. Hayi. But angeke uthatha fisherman uthi je asambe sehanta egangeni.
Uthatha ufish uthi sasambe.
Yabona, angeke kuphume because yena aka understand ama rules okuhunta. And so okay, maybe this is a terrible analogy, but anyways, into engitsho ukuthi ungabakwazi abantu bakho, then they will respect the work you put behind.
Okay.
Kunjengathi sometimes you are photographers, so masibone amanye ama photographers efaka ispan sesikwathi Jopera umjida lokuthi azakhipha into enje uspanile.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yabona,
because you understand the process
because you
behind.
Understand
the process
behind.
Yeah, that's true.
Yabona,
yeah.
But umuntu ungabona imoto lapha iduma lapha with it's just another car.
Exactly.
But umuntu into cars who understand ukuthi Jepela umuntu lo uyenze so
facts.
So understand ukuthi music yakho uyenzelo bani, and definitely from there you grow.
Facts.
Mbona ngathi singayibeka njalo.
Facts. Then let's read another comment. It's coming from Khotso Thandiwe Dube. She says, inkinga ngathi ngiyokuthi I think we make ourselves believe that we are South Africans. Okay. Our own artists. For example, look at the guy who attacked people for supporting Uskosana. But the thing about Skosana is that his music is not a replica. Some music artists, you can't even make out what they are singing. So how do you listen to such? Okay. If you look at some of Japraser's team, they come from Bulawayo. But ngoba our city, if you try music, they are now in Harare. Lost even Sandra, so why Harare? What do you make of that one, bro?
Alright, first shout out to Khotso.
Yeah.
That's my sister, Jets. Hey, this is But anyways,
thanks,
shout out to UK. Buddy. Besakhuluma nge-comment ka Khotso Thandiwe Dube about ukuthi thina sizama ukukopa ama South Africans.
Yeah.
To some extent liqiniso. To some extent.
I have a counter to that, but it's okay.
Right.
Say what you're saying.
It's a count.
Yeah.
But iqiniso ukuthi thina lama South Africans we are one.
That's fact.
Yeah. Maybe not as one like one. But
yeah.
Ku easy ukuthi wena ungambe South Africa, umZimbabwean ujele.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or South African engabuya lapha ajele.
Exactly. That's true.
Vele why bafaka ibhoda? Umela vele ibhoda ba. Ngicela ilungisa. Umela vele ibhoda. Kumele sponsor uzigambe eSouth Africa kuwe.
Yeah.
But back to indaba kakhe. Indaba ikaSikhosana.
Yeah.
Sikhuluma ngequality. Le video ekhiphile ekhathesi I think intethe.
Yeah, that one's a controversial one.
Right.
So, hey.
Intethe sikhuluma. I video lana,
yeah.
To be honest, it's not up to UK standard or American standard, but it's a quality video.
Yeah, that's facts. Also, I think
Yeah.
All right. I'll start from. I think what drew people into Skosana, mkhulu umsebenzi owenzayo baba uSikhosana, qhubeka ungalaleli abantu abakhuluma otherwise. You are doing your own thing in your own way, in your own style, and the people who matter to you are actually gravitating towards your music,
and that's working for you.
That's working for Baba Uskosana. So shout out to Baba Uskosana and him and his team. They're doing an amazing job. Okay, I wanted to say the thing about Baba Uskosana is that if you look very at Zimbabwean music history, that music genre is something that is common to us, you know. It's folklore music, you know. People like Abo Marcos Banda, Paul Matabire, a bit of Indolwane, you know. They did that song whereby there is a storyline, like you sort of like do a hook, but then you talk, like you say storyline. And then also, I feel like people identify with uSkhosana more than some of the artists from this side. Because it's like his story is relatable and it's comical. At the end of the day, this thing is all about entertainment, dog. People just want to be entertained. So uSkhosana is bringing that. Even his character, even his style, if you put him there and the content that he sings about, it's like he's a larger than life character. Like the music is a character, you know. Umdala, you know, Vela Emakaya, le guitar, you know, he's joyful, he's ever joyful, he's dancing and everything.
It's easy to identify.
Exactly. So most people identify with that, other than maybe some artists who I feel like Ukoto is trying to say with some people are not sound like among South Africans. Yabo?
Like let's say ulalele ingoma yomuntu wakobulawayo, an artist from Bulawayo. Uzumuntu esithi ajeke imbani lo.
Yeah.
Yabona? Because ekhanda lakho uthi imbani awucabangeli ukuthi umuntu wakobulawayo.
Yeah.
That's one thing for sure.
Exactly.
Bekucathi ngwe SA or America or lapha abenza khona imusic.
Yeah.
Engathi ngumuntu wakobulawayo ethi yaphusha phela. Ngathi ngwe America.
Exactly.
Ngichabe ukuthi nxa sisithi ngathi ngwe America we're already putting ourselves under abantu labanye, not that you're not under.
Exactly.
We're still growing, but singazifaki phansi.
That's fact. And another thing futhi is that kono like you were saying, I was saying what I have a counter to Uti. I feel like we will always, most artists from Bulawayo will always sound a bit like South Africans, because like historically really abantu ndebele people who are, I would like to believe are the majority, you know. We are from South Africa, you know. We are from South Africa, and our relatives abaneng, bro, they go to SA, so we adopt a lot of SA culture. We consume so much of it.
They are in SA.
They are in SA. Yabona vele. A lot of our relatives. So when they are coming back home for our holidays and everything, they just don't bring groceries and money and food. They bring to them that culture, you know, those clothing influencing culture, even the nuances, the language that they talk about. So I feel like we always, Vele Ibulawa is a mini South Africa. I feel like it's an extension of South Africa too.
Straight.
So I just think maybe what we can say is, maybe in as much as we can pick out a few nuances in you sounding a bit like a South African copycat, well, but an extension of a South African person, but maybe there are some stories that you can tell that are unique to Bulawayo, that are unique to us as a people, you know, in as much as it might sound like a bit from as an extension from SA, but then there are some stories that people can actually relate to. You can tell them. It's just like it's somewhere where you are painting on that soundscape, yeah, SA or something. But then you are telling stories that are relatable to us.
Just a few individuals, engiwaziyo, like ama-video abesengabukelayo that they actually talk about into enzakalayo koBulawayo. Nguwe Jake. Like kule ngoma ka Prince ukuthiwa Get By. Cela liyedinga please, lidinga ingoma leyana. Then kulo status update too. Ingoma leziyana. Lo fire.
It's stuff that happens.
Into ezenzakala la.
So
and then kulelana enye ngekhohlibizo umoya. Talking about the presidency Nikambe lezidinga. And then kulo ASF. Shout out to ASF. Hey, shout out to you, Jake Music ifaka ipline. And then ASF or like so ingoma liyana.
That's a good song, and it talks about
talks about into ezenzakalayo la. If you listen to ASF, umuntu part of abantu abakhuluma ngento ezenzakala koBulawayo la in Zimbabwe in general. And
so
Luminous
effects. Luminous also talks like he's a great rapper, great artist, you know. And
then Uzi is more deep into personal.
Exactly.
So ingoma zonezi nxa ulalele you can awugidi uyalalela and reflect
facts
yabona. So mina ngibone ngathi amongst other artists y'all are doing a great job, to be honest.
Facts. I think it's just a thing maybe the people have to work, we have to work to get this music that is also talking about these stories that people need to hear from us, from about where we are from, that they can relate to as many people as possible. You know, that's the thing. But the music that is speaking to people that is original to Bulawayo, I think it's there. Maybe it's an issue of getting it out there as possible. You know.
Listen, quickly, Wiz.
Also, yeah, Mawiz.
Choma Wiz wakhipha ingoma kaChipo Tsotso.
Exactly. Many people can relate
Check
to that.
mbano hlabela ngoChipo Tsotso.
Exactly, you know.
Angeke ucanga ukuthi je kuChipo Tsotso. Nangu Mawiz wayikhipha ingoma.
Especially in this day and age,
Check.
like he's a legend from
Check.
back then, but then he brought him back with the song and so on.
Khathesi.
Yeah.
Khathesi. Unfortunately angathi ungahamba ku-YouTube uthi Chipo Tsotso. Uzawathola yini ama-video kaChipo Tsotso enidlala ibhora patache. Chipo Tsotso wayingozi.
Was dope.
Eish.
We
But shout out to you, Mawiza Cheki, for doing that.
Facts.
Shout out to you. The music here keep playing.
Facts. Then there is another comment here from GTQ. Shout out to you, GTQ. You are saying some artists are recognized like those from Harare. Your talent and quality and consistency adds value to you.
Word.
Most artists are not consistent. They are not risk takers, and they don't try by all means to explore new alternatives. And some try to copycat, be it SA or American rappers. Hey, our rappers are getting a lot of hate.
Hey, bro.
I know a lot of hate, but I understand. The boys need to understand what's made Omacha Ivan famous and make their music still relevant until today, even in our generation. That's why Bazabona, they need to go back to musical foundations, but she had to copy and crying a lot.
That's deep.
That's deep, ne?
That's deep. That's deep. Hey, shout out to you, my guy. That's a impincha murocha bafit. Shout out to you, Njaya.
Yeah, we. So yeah, I think the cry is people feel like the music is copying Americans or whatever. I don't know, but my thing is each music like it is. I don't feel like you can ever do something which is completely new. Maybe you can just do an altered version.
Ndombuz.
Yeah.
Since laba sesithola abantu abangaka, I think about 3.
We're talking about the copying.
Copying what.
Yeah.
So I think, not what I think. Ndombuz.
Yeah.
Music, is it like football? Which it's one language.
No.
Just which is.
You're not why it's a universal language, whatever language that you're using. No,
ngikhulumela ukuthi antsho bathe siyakopa ama rappers. Obvious ama rappers i-rap game E1.
Yeah.
But you find different styles of rapping
within
njengokuthi kule bhora eZimbabwe, kule bhora eSouth Africa, kule bhora eNamibia, kule bhora eChina, kule bhora eAmerica, kule bhora eEngland.
Yeah, facts.
But umuntu weSouth Africa ma edlala can tell je umjidelana eSouth African even edlala eChina.
Yeah. The style there is a way yayenza ngayo.
So into engiyibuzayo mina ukuthi umuntu lo, can you identify umuntu wako Bulawayo if they are singing somewhere else or if they are just singing? Can you tell ukuthi umuntu wako Bulawayo lo?
Facts. You know what that ties in? That's a very good question, dog. Like, because it says ukuthi, my question first is, if you are saying ama artists of Bulawayo, some of them they do copy, which is fair. That's what you think, and it's okay. That's a good opinion, you know. How is an artist from Bulawayo supposed to sound like? That's a question. You know, how are they supposed to sound like? If they're doing hip hop, how are they supposed to sound like? Gospel, piano, whatever genre that is. How are they supposed to sound like? Secondly, if we are defining and say they are supposed to sound like this, are we not putting them in a box to say, bro, if you sound other than this, then I can't accept you as an artist, as someone who makes music? Because to me, just because you are from Bulawayo, you have to sound like this. You know?
Right.
That's the thing. And if you check, like I've checked, like with sometimes maybe some Harare kids, like we'll talk about this in Tenso. It's from Jamaica, though. Why don't these niggas?
Yeah, Jamaican today.
Is it Tenso? Tenso is Jamaican, yeah. Then when they make this in Tenso. Why? Maybe I think it's because they're saying it in a local language, you know.
Yeah.
But the instrumentals and the cadence, the flows and the hooks and everything, patterns is from Jamaica. So my question is, why aren't they getting the same flack, the same criticism? Because this is a borrowed style foot. So are we saying they what really is the which one is this one? What really is the issue now? You know, because like if you say they should sound like this, then you're putting someone in a box. I don't know.
But
yeah.
Ngiyakuzwa.
Yeah.
Cha lisiphendule imibuzo le esibuza because eqinisweni asilama answer.
Facts. We don't have the answers.
That is sikhuluma imbono yethu.
We're still talking about the issue with like copying, and I was saying yeah.
So into ade mfuna ukuyibuza njalo angazi mbe ngumbuzo mbe ngumbono.
Yeah.
Do we have to sound different
for us to be considered
okay, not for us, for you, Bulawayo artists to be considered good, or angwazi, because Jay, kula bantu abacha music are blind, and they won't get the love or uthando because lo usezenza uNicki Minaj. What if you style us like?
Exactly, dog. That's exactly.
And there will always be umuntu ofana lawe kwenye indawo yomhlaba.
Exactly. Hey.
Yabona.
Fact.
So singabelokhe sisithi fish isezenza uChristian.
Ngazali for
so just saying izenza uChristian. So mina semele ntshintshe istela sami for you to accept me.
Facts.
And then sengcina sensiba lexaba because angisakwanisa usebenzisa istyle sami.
Facts.
And then ngatshintsha sobuyinzonda ajeyile lexaba le but intendla istyle sami wathi ngizenza uChristian.
Facts.
Yabona. So mina
facts. That's the thing, like Uti, if you are now forced to change how you sound so that you are accepted,
so
it is you know, and the world, it's a globalized it's a global village now, dog. Like I can be living in Bulawayo, but the way that I look at life, the way I live, the way I talk on a day to day, it's like I'm someone who is in America, you know, because of influence daily. Like we live in America or South Africa literally, but we might not be there physically. But the stuff that we consume, the way we talk, the way we dress and everything, most of it, it's an intersection of so many cultures, you know. So so we understand that aspect. So maybe let's
aim higher, bro. We should aim higher.
Yeah.
Right, music. Comedy figure Ukraine.
Exactly, you know. So then there's another comment from Musie. She says, mina ngicabanga ukuthi if artists make music that is entertaining or crowd drawing, people will listen. That's very true.
Same
fact.
What was Kosan?
It's Kosan. Facts, dog. Take Umak Ondana for example. It became a hit because it was entertaining. Then also that point, no consistency after that, you know. And to you, Prince, do it afraid. You might just be what we have been waiting for. Okay. Thank you.
Shout out.
And I think naturally is abantu bebulawayo are still a support. Instead, it's more of how they can bring you down. Okay.
Shout out to my sister too.
Yeah.
Love you, sisters. Love you.
Yeah. So what have you to say about that one, bro? Like Uguti, maybe she's talking about the issue of Uguti. As long as people make entertaining stuff, people will definitely listen.
Yeah. Abantu bathanda ubunandi bafethu.
Yeah, exactly.
But ebunandini hayi bese mfoqamba manga. Bese mfoqamba manga.
Yeah.
But ngibona ngathi music entertainayo is more likely to get more love.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true. And masikhuluma nge-entertainment asikhulumi ukuthi ebunandini asikhulumi ukuthi you right somele uyenza music ukuthi abantu balalele nxa beshaya isiphuzo.
It just has to be
just has to be good to umuntu olaleleyo. Yabona.
That's fact.
And then consistency.
Consistency.
Into le yasibulala le.
Facts.
Yasibulala le.
Facts.
Inconsistent. Jay, sorry to say this, but Ukaila Black has been Black has been putting i-content why I think every week on YouTube Jay
Alright,
putting ama-sessions akhe
facts.
akala njabu ukuthi video iyenzeni le
Yeah,
video
yeah,
le je kwayishutela efaka umbhede emgwaqweni
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
dope Kyla and
Yeah.
your team
Yeah.
and then kulo Luminous has also been putting content
Yeah, facts.
kulabo
Almost
dad
every week.
yabona
Yeah,
so
almost every week.
i-consistency liyani xa ungela
Yeah.
consistency then
Facts.
yabona
Okay. Yeah, I know. Mina, and then shout out to Frost. Frost says, Senkhona, keep pushing. Ain't missed an episode. Thanks to you, dog.
Shout out,
Thanks to
boy.
you.
Shout out,
And
shout out,
actually,
yeah.
let me tell you something. Frost Ilone is a rapper, dog, and he's very good. Like, I'll send you some of his stuff. He's
Word,
very good.
word,
So
word,
thanks to
word.
you, Frost, dog. Thank you for watching the podcast also. So yeah, I think we have tried to sort of like engage with them comments, you know, and the thing is we appreciate everything that the audience is giving
we
us,
really do.
you know.
We really
Thank
do.
you.
We really do.
The attention and, you know, just even taking it upon yourselves to actually reply to the stuff that we say and comment and give constructive feedback, you know, we appreciate that. So yeah, in essence, I think it's now up to now we are doing our own part in starting the conversation or continuing the conversation. But I think it's an issue with the people themselves. They now have to decide. The artists themselves, they have to do the more work and everything. And then the audience labo has to open up their minds. You know, it's now a collective effort. We don't have all the answers, lad. We don't. But it's always good. I love the fact that these conversations are starting to happen, because after conversations, then people start finding viable solutions. Then they start applying those, and then change starts to happen. You know.
But listen, for today, my artist,
Yeah.
you can be watching from UK, you can be watching from SA, Ukraine, China, wherever.
Yeah.
Consistency is key.
Exactly. Facts, dog. Facts. So yeah, I think we're about to wrap it up.
Hey bakithi siyalibonga.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Siyalibonga kakhulu for
Yeah.
50 subscribers.
Yeah, 50 subscribers.
51.
Yeah. 51 today, yeah.
51 today. Siyalibonga kakhulu. Thank you for the views. Thank you for the likes.
Yeah.
Siyabonga ukuthi liyashare lani ebanganini benu to get ama views amaningi.
Facts.
Siyalibonga. We can't thank you enough.
Exactly.
But siyalibonga kakhulu.
Soon enough we'll be saying 500, then after that 1,000, then after that to the roof will be gone. So yeah, once again, thank you. This is the Culture Decoded podcast with your host Prince, BRINT to the Z, the number one Jube boy. To the left in Peto Fish.
Let me spell it. FISH. Kumenza wrong. FIS to the H.
Perfect. So yeah, subscribe,
yeah.
leave some comments and everything. Share the word. You know, we're just trying to grow. Thank you, guys.
It's Java.